What's up, everybody? Good evening to another edition of the Brick Creator Build and Chat. This week we have GirlBricksalot, otherwise known as Nicole, or it's Nicole, also known as GirlBricksalot. I always get that confused, but let's bring her in here.
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up, Nicole? How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thanks for having me.
This is like a very long overdue live stream between the two of us. So
this is like the reunion of all reunions.
I mean, you were one of the first people I live streamed with, I feel like, when I started live streaming. So, I mean,
when 2021?
Yeah, very early on, we'll say. So, yeah, it's definitely glad to be back. Maybe we'll do this again. You know, we'll see how tonight goes. But
definitely.
Yeah. So we're going to let you kind of, introduce yourself. You can kind of let us know anything you want to know. So why don't you tell us about yourself?
Hello, guys. I am Nicole, aka GirlBricksalot. I got started in Lego 3 years ago now. I think it would have been May the 4th of 2021. So is that 3 years? I think that maths. I started posting my content pretty randomly on social media. It kind of blew up just like Evan. And now I do it somewhat full time, and I'm in LAN. I'm a Lego ambassador. So I get to
congratulations
have a lot of
on
fun
that.
With Lego now.
That's awesome. So I normally ask, people about their goals. And obviously, as you just mentioned, you're in LAN now. So 2023 was a huge year, we'll say, for you.
Yeah, it was.
So 2024, I mean, what are the goals for you? What's on the horizon for your accounts? How about any Lego conventions? What's, the plan for you this year?
So far I have Chicago definitely booked. Brick World. I think you're going, right? That would be.
I will be at Brick World.
Nice.
So hopefully we'll, have a little more conversation than we did at Brick Fair.
Yes, I know. It's like
I won't have my son with me this year, so.
Yes, and they're so busy too, the convention. So, yeah, I'll be doing Brick World and then hopefully Brick Fair Virginia, and we'll see. We'll see if I can fit some in between. And yeah, I love the conventions. They're a ton of fun. But
we'll be 2 for 2 then on conventions this year, so that'll be fun. You did dress up, the last convention I saw you at.
You just have every convention.
So
were you there for the Teletubby portion?
I missed the Teletubbies, but I saw Barbie.
Yeah, Teletubby was late night.
Well, I didn't get to hang out, late night, unfortunately. So this year I'll be able to be part of the late night, I guess, festivities. But
yes.
Is Teletubbies making a reunion at this one, or are you guys going to do something totally different and we'll just keep it a surprise?
So the Teletubby thing's definitely like Aubrey's thing, but yeah, I think we'll definitely be taking the Teletubbies to Chicago. And then in terms of like surprise costumes, she and I have one planned, because last year she dressed up as a Teletubby and I dressed up like one of the aliens from Toy Story. We did the yard sale. And so we're going to do that again in Chicago.
So maybe you guys can let me kind of in on what you guys are dressing up as, that maybe,
we should have a costume for you, Evan, for sure.
I mean, I would love to be a part of that, so.
Oh yeah. I think you'll like what we have planned.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. So I wish you guys told me about Barbie, because you guys needed an Alan when you guys were going.
Barbie
you had Matty and Ken.
It was Matticus.
Yeah.
He had the Barbie dream house. So we were like, we have to dress up as Barbie.
You missed out on Alan. I could have been a perfect Alan. So
you could have been a perfect Alan. We didn't have one. We had a Ken and we had a bunch of Barbies, but no Alan.
Exactly. Well, next time. So you guys got to just keep me in the loop. That's all.
Yes,
so.
I know. We'll add you to the group chat. We haven't started yet. So.
All right. So real quick, for anybody in the chat, if you have any questions that you want to ask Nicole, feel free to pop it in there. I will definitely pull up these questions. I'm sure she would love to hear about it. So I did see one that came in a little bit earlier. So I'm going to let you kind of take the reins on this, because I know you do a little bit more mock building than I do. So do you have any new tips for a new Lego builder?
for a new Lego builder from like a mock standpoint or like a
I would say
collection?
collection, maybe,
Yeah.
mock standpoint, anything, themes wise that you would recommend for people to get into.
Yeah, I mean, the issue with me when I first got in was I was so concerned about sets retiring that I went like fire buying for like the first few months because I didn't want to miss out on anything. And those sets still have not been built. They're sealed, they're crispy sealed, like way back in my collection. But when I think back, like there are a lot of sets that I wouldn't have bought just because I panicked. So I would just say like the general rule is buy the set and build it. Buy the set only if you're going to build it immediately, because otherwise you're just
I
going to
would
start
100%
backlog.
concur on that. I mean, I have over 200 unbuilt sets sitting around right now. And I mean, the worst part is I sold like 60 to 70 of them just to clear out some space. And then I was like, I bought the Snow White set and it's like I didn't even get around to building that. So the last big set that I built was the Avengers Tower.
Oh yeah,
that was back in December. So I mean, it's already April.
Yeah. Because now I see it with like, so I wanted the family tree set and I was leaving for vacation in February, but I really wanted to buy it day one because I was saying I was going to buy it day one. And I was like, if I buy this day one, I'm not going to build it ever. Even though I know I have it, I just won't end up building it. So my new rule now is like, I will not buy the set unless I'm going to build it immediately or within like that first week.
Well, I'm sure that's tough for you too, because being sent sets now, you got to pretty much build them prior to the street date, I guess, of everybody getting them. So
that
takes precedent, I guess, over some that you might even want to buy. So
exactly.
And more
sometimes
power
you
to you
do the ones that you want, and you're like, well, that covers that. Like this month, they sent me 2 of the sets I would have bought anyways, and
that's perfect.
Yeah, and I was
I know when you got the Speed Champions line and like the Formula One, I mean, that was like
made for me.
Yeah, that was like right there for you. I mean, you had the jacket already, so
I had the jacket. I was scared they wouldn't send me any of those sets because I'm a girl, so it's not the typical market. But
I think having a girl do that was a better market, because I mean, again, and like this goes to like LAN, how they brought in a bunch of girls. I feel like this past like couple rounds, like I think it's a good target, because I mean, people like my daughter need to see that, it's not just for boys. So
it's nice. I mean, it's hard with LAN because like I can't even name. I know I think Aubrey did a post. There's like 12 or so women. But I can only name like 5 of them right off the top.
5 for me too. And it's like, it's a shame because I know that there's over 90. And it's like the fact that you can only rattle off 5 names. And then, not to bring this up, but like there's people that kind of downplay it, like, oh, like, and calling out any of the women that are in LAN. And it's like, I don't get that. Like, you're not the audience. Like,
right. Like the past year, they let in Jean, me, and Danny, I think were the 3 on the year.
Right.
Which is crazy because
I can think of how many guys they let in that same run, and it was like almost double or triple the amount. So it's like,
if you're a female and you would like to apply, that'd be great.
More females in LAN.
For Evan, you should apply too. You have a daughter, you know.
I don't know if I'm a target. Like, like I guess my following already buys Lego. So the thing is, you need to have the community that doesn't.
Right. So. I felt like that too. And Gina was actually like, have you considered applying? I was like, no. I was like, I don't think they want me. And she's like, just apply, see what happens. And I think I submitted my application on the last day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But once you fill out the application,
November, December that they did with one round, and then it's May for the next like ones that they tell people.
Yeah. So I think the applications might be closing very soon, or they've already closed, and then
because they'll announce it in May.
Right. So like Jean got in this time of year.
Okay.
And then the next one will be like September. Like if you want to apply the next one, I would submit it in September just to be safe. Like, don't do what I did.
Looks like Sarah Smith just wanted to ask, like, how do you apply? What are the requirements? So I don't think there's any requirements, right?
There's no set like how many followers you should have or whatever. You should be on social media for at least a year.
Right. Yeah.
And be aware too. So you go to land.com and you can, I think it's like Legoland. I should know this, but I think it's land. If you
could go on Google and just type in
LAN.
Yeah, LAN like application, and it should pull you right to the website. So
yeah, and I think like the misconception, it's like we get, it's like, oh, free sets. Yes, you do get free sets, but it's so much work. You have to do reports, and it's not like.
I mean, that's your payment. Like, people think you're getting paid like to do this. Like, your payment is you get the free set.
Yeah, but like for something like Dungeons and Dragons, I probably sank 60 hours of work into just that set.
Right.
Between like
building,
making
content,
editing. Yeah. I play D&D, but I had to refamiliarize myself with some of the things because it's been a couple years since I've done a campaign. So yeah, it's a ton of work, and but if you feel like that's something you want to do and you have a good community, I think they also look at the community of people you have and they try to see if that's something that's in line with Lego. And yeah, so it's not just like a straightforward question. It's not, they won't let you in just because you're female or whatever. Like there's different requirements that they look for, and it's it's a very supportive community once you're in it. So that's the good news.
So that's like the good part about, like, I mean, all the people that I know that are in it, I know that you're all very supportive of one another.
Yeah.
So I mean, kudos to all you guys, because I mean that's it's a lot of work, but the fact that you guys all help each other. And
yeah, definitely.
So what you're saying, like with the following amount, I know that like there's accounts that don't have that many followers, and then there's accounts with a big following. So I mean, there's no rhyme, no reason
there's no rhyme or reason
what they're pulling in. I think you just got to be different.
Yeah, and they look at so I think for the application they have a team of like a committee, and you can read about the selection process, but they have a committee of employees and people that work around Lego, and it could be different. I don't know, like the specifics are very secretive, but that committee looks at the community and they all have to agree that community is going to work. So that's the intimidating thing. When I read that, I was like, oh my God, like, what if one person's like, nah, I don't like her. So they all have to agree. And so it's an intense process, but I feel supported through it, and I'm glad I have Jean. She's like a great person to have.
It's like if you were in like anybody that was ever in like a fraternity or sorority, it's like, yeah, that's your big sister. Yeah, like in it, and like you're the little sister that like she's helping out with it, but she's fairly new too. So
she's fairly new too, but she's good at everything she touches. So it's like she's like pro already.
All right, so what got you into Lego? I mean, what was your set, or like what made you even want to get into this hobby to begin with?
So I'm the frowned upon COVID baby. I'm of the generation of COVID collectors.
And first of all, nothing wrong with that, because that is what made Lego invest more into adult sets.
It did, yeah.
So without COVID, like this wouldn't be like adults welcome. So
it's true.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead.
No, that's you've said it perfectly. I got in like kind of at the tail end of COVID. I would say like 2021 was when I really got started.
We were streaming.
Which one?
Right when we were streaming.
Right when we were streaming, yeah. So I was pretty quiet because my Instagram account was actually my personal account for the longest time.
Well, did you do like, was it a travel account or?
Basically, it wasn't like travel. I just traveled a lot before COVID, and obviously that went away. And so yeah, I was kind of going around Target and I was like, what do I want to do today? I've watched all the Love is Blind. I have watched all the trash TV I can stomach. Like, what is something that I
Oh,
can
we're gonna
do?
get into those topics too
Oh, we
later.
can. And so I ended up going down the Lego aisle and I was like, dang, these things are expensive. So I grabbed Bruni, like the little frozen Bruni, and one of those like loose brick boxes. I actually still have that box over there. And yeah, I finished Bruni very quickly, like a little too fast. And then I was doing like just creative building. So like I was mocking. And yeah, like the following week was May the 4th. And they were saying like R2D2 is coming out. I was like, that's incredible. I want that. And so I showed up to the Lego store early in the morning and there was a long line. And I was like, what? Why? Why is there a long line here? And that kind of just got it started. Like, and I didn't post on social media until, so that was May. I didn't post really on social media until probably end of November. I think I remixed one of Ben's.
Yeah, it was like late in November,
Late in the year, yeah. It was Ben's Do You Want a Formal Alliance with Me? Was my first.
Nice. Okay. That was my wife's first collab too, where she got up from the chair and just walked out of the screen. So
yeah,
that was her forming the alliance.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Lego Life wife.
Yeah,
we love her.
Right. Yeah.
The big return. It needs to come back.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll ever happen.
No.
Yeah, she doesn't really like it. We were joking around like last week where she was saying that maybe I should bring like a actor wife to come in and play Lego Life wife in some of my skits that like, because I have all these things like with a husband and wife, and
yeah,
I kind of get jealous. Like I got jealous when the Brickcr8tor came out on the scene because it's like, these are all these ideas that I have, and it's like I almost want to send it to them, but like I want to hold it selfishly.
Or then just wear a wig. It would be funnier.
Yeah, well, but they're a nicer version, like because they're both into it. My wife's totally not into it, so I mean,
yeah, you should just like wear a wig. There's this one guy, he wears like a towel on his head.
I've seen people do that, and like I'm debating. I just don't know if I could play the woman, like because now a lot of people in my neighborhood have started like discovering my account, and we talk about Lego now, and it's like they come in the basement occasionally, and it's like they like it, it's not like they're making fun of it now. I'm just the Lego guy now picking up my kids. So yeah. How about you? Is any neighbors or anybody close proximity that's not part of like Lego groups?
If I look out that window right now, I know my neighbor's like sees the lights and she's like, oh, she's building. Yeah, a lot of people do know, like in my town, people have started to figure it out, like because we have like a toy store here, and they started following me, and they're like, oh, you should do an event. And when I go into places around here, so like either the Lego store or Boston Brick, just like the mall, I'll get recognized sometimes, which is now like very strange. But it's usually only in a Lego aisle. Okay. Like there has to be Lego, and then they see me and they're like, okay.
I think it could be like people are scared to like see somebody in person too that they like saw online, and it's like when you're in the Lego aisle, you can at least have the comment like, oh, so
are you on Instagram?
Yeah, I get that. So
yeah, so it's funny, but our friends all know now, and they, one of my friends is like always texts me and they're like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm okay. They're like, you're really in the Lego thing now. I'm like, I am deep.
Listen, it's a world, like, and people either understand it or they're in their own community of something else. So yeah. But everybody's got their communities of something, which is good.
Exactly. There are way worse things I could be doing.
I 100% agree with that. So so I know 2020-ish, we'll say 2021 is when you kind of got into Lego. Mm-hmm. But you have some old Lego sets in your collection. I mean, you've gotten ones that are like back in the day type of sets. Mm-hmm. So what would you say your oldest Lego set is in terms of age and what was the oldest one that you like really just had to get?
It's so embarrassing, actually. It's like, I wish I could just grab it, but it's just like it's just far enough out of reach that I know it's gonna be a thing. You know, in like the 70s, they had those weird minifigures. Like,
yeah, I know. The
really
like
weird.
Moto makes them his sig fig.
Yes.
Yeah. Like Jack, I forget what they're called, like they're Jack something.
Yes. I have a set with those in it. And then I have another one that's like what creator, like not creator expert, what creator would have been back then. And it's like this clown. Oh, they're so scary. I don't even know the set numbers, but I just got them because they were terrifying. Like they were nightmare fuel.
Is it Jack Stone? Is that it? Yeah,
Jack Stone.
No. I'm saying those are the minifig ones that you got, the 70s. They're called Jack Stone.
Well, Jack Stone. It might be.
I think that's what they were called back then. Those came in like picnic sets, right?
Nope. Nope, not that far back.
Okay.
It's not that far back.
Okay.
They have the molded heads.
Well, Moto gave me one of them as a, so I had, that's the only one that I have in my collection. So.
Oh, they're scary.
And Brian's mentioning Fabuland.
I know
Fabuland.
You
have to have some Fabuland. You're not.
Yeah, Magnus and I think bought up the entire Fabuland inventory here in America.
Okay.
Between the two of us, there's nothing left. It's not Fabuland. It's
you guys spiked the Bricklink cost up, I'm sure, with people getting.
Yeah, it's like a weird. Like I'm sure I'm not gonna look it up now. We would just spiral. But it's weird. It's not. I'll post a picture of it after we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I noticed you have Wally, which I'm kind of jealous of. I've never seen Wally. I'm probably the only person who's never fully seen. Like I've seen parts of it, but like because there's no talking, I
yeah.
Like watching Castaway to me. So
it is. Yeah.
And I'm past the age, I guess, of like sitting through watching just animation right now. So
yeah,
but I'm jealous of that set that you have. I know that you have it in your collection.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have it with the box?
No, I don't have the box. Okay. I think that was one of the most. I think that was probably like one of the first retired sets that I did pick up, and. Oh man, I remember second guessing myself. I bought it off eBay and I paid $175, which was a really good deal.
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
It was a very good deal for that set.
I'm always skeptic on eBay.
And I was so skeptical the whole time. I was like trying to zoom in on blurry pictures, trying to see if it was like real, and the whole time I was sweating. I was like, oh my God, did I just spend $175 on this thing? And then it came in and I was like, oh, thank God.
Well worth it though, I will say.
Real. Yeah.
Do you have any Belleville, or is that more of Mock Tour's thing?
Belleville?
Yeah.
So I don't have any Belleville. Well, I have one Belleville and it's her sig fig.
Sig fig? Okay.
Yeah.
Which that also went up a little bit in price, I feel like, on Bricklink because
I think she bought them all.
Yeah, people getting those. So
yeah.
Okay. All right. And then for those of you popping in, that's GirlBricksalot's YouTube. So go check her out. I know that you have a lot more followers now than I do on there.
On where?
On YouTube.
No.
Yeah, oh, definitely. You have way more right now because I haven't posted in a month, and
oh God, Evan.
You actually make good content on YouTube. So
I'm trying.
Go follow her. Great reviews on there. So it is tough, but you know what? You're making it work.
Yeah, I'm trying.
And I mean, you have good thumbnails. So I mean, that's a lot more catchier than what I post on there. So
yeah,
I even need to work on thumbnails, which that's how antiquated I am with this stuff.
I'll send you my app. You can. Right.
I have apps for it. I just don't know what I'm doing. Yeah,
I don't know either. I had someone tell me recently. They were like, "You need to fix your thumbnails." I was like, "I know." Whenever someone's like, "You need to fix this," I'm like, "I know."
Yeah, yours are good. So I don't. Whoever said that comment to you they're not even on YouTube. So what are they talking about? So
exactly.
Oh, and somebody's confused that you're not in the purple Teletubby outfit. So
We actually all got discombobulated. Usually Aubrey's yellow, I'm red, Jean's always green, and then purple was always open.
Well, when you guys are at Brick World, you can trade costumes with each other and,
Yeah.
get your colors
But
back that you wanted.
I kind of like Tinky Winky, so I'm gonna keep it.
Listen, I don't know about any of the Teletubbies, so I remember it briefly, like back in the day. Like I've never watched it, but like I feel like you four could pull off like being a show of it. Like how like I know you know about this because I'm not gonna say why you know, but you know about the Wiggles.
I know the Wiggles. Yeah,
so,
the
I mean,
Australian.
you definitely could pull being like the Teletubbies out there. So
yes.
Oh yeah, we are chatting about your Teletubbies here. So and let me pull that up. There we go. All right.
Yes.
And shout out to you guys creating the Teletubby lug, right?
All Aubrey. It's all Aubrey. I cannot take credit.
You're a part of it now.
I'm a part of it. I won't be a part of that thing till I die.
That
but
account only follows 4 accounts. So
yeah.
and so it's the 4 of you right now are the how would I call it? I guess the 4 telly.
The tellies.
The tellies, yeah. So, and yeah, Tim just did a video from
that was hilarious.
Season 4, right? Lego Masters. Okay, 4. So I just saw that, and it looked like the costume kind of almost fit. So we'll just say that
it almost fit.
Yeah. So that was pretty good, and I saw Maticus did his version of it. I know Steve did the sun, which I'm assuming the sun was a thing.
The sun was the thing. The sun baby.
Okay. All right. So these are all things that like I'm learning. So it's like here, you guys are educating people in a whole new world. So pretty soon you might have to change it from like the Teletubby lug to maybe the cosplay lug.
I know.
People dressing up as everything.
As everything, yeah.
I mean, for now we can start it with Teletubbies. Aubrey, I don't have a Teletubby outfit, so and I don't want to look like Tim on there where it doesn't fit me. So. I don't have the figures that all of you, ladies, and even Maticus has like to pull off those costumes. So
it's all about lifting Lego boxes.
Yeah, give me a year. I got a lot of junk in my trunk, so I definitely can't do those twerking moves that everybody did there. So
Aubrey's gonna send you one.
Yeah, Aubrey, no way your costume's gonna fit me. So we'll just say that.
Their one size fits most. I'm finding out.
One size fits all.
Almost.
Not everybody. So yeah, you know what? If you want to send it to me, Aubrey, I will try it on, and if it fits me, maybe I can try something. Because I do got dance moves. So
he does, yeah.
We'll figure it out then. All right. So in terms of back to Lego, I like to ask everybody about their top 5 themes. So if you had to rank your themes. You don't even have to rank them 1 through 5. Just like, what would the top 5 be out of what's out there right now?
So it's funny because I can actually do this because in LAN we have to pick what our top 5 is so that they know generally what to send us. I have icons, entertainment like number 1. So like that used to be creator expert. I think was
so it's confusing because Creator Expert's still on there.
It is because I think
then they have icons, which I thought was the transition of it, but
right. I think because they still have some sets that are still Creator Expert. So icons, I guess, for lack of better words for it. But for the icons, I like those sets a lot. And then ideas is always up there, just because. If I had to buy one theme for the rest of my life, it would be ideas.
We're speaking the same language.
Go ahead. Because it's just you get a different theme all the time, and it's very creative. So yes, ideas. What else? I like Technic. A lot of people don't, but I do like Technic.
And like I made that video, like you gotta get the person you want to marry you to build a Technic set to see.
They have to. They have to, because otherwise, how do you know?
I'd be dropping F-bombs left and right, messing it up. And
if you mess up a Technic set, it's over. Like there's no fixing it. I'm trying to think what else. Star Wars is there. I don't make so much Star Wars content anymore, but it is up there.
Now, are you into Star Wars like way back, or are you like a closet Star Wars person? Like nobody knows that you're into Star Wars?
So my parents were taking me to so back in like the 90s, they would play the original trilogy in theaters like every once in a while. And so I watched them back then, and then I saw Phantom Menace in theaters. I saw all 3 of those, the prequels. And then I watched the animated series like later on, like probably when I was in college. So I mean, I've seen all of it. Lately, I haven't seen like some of the new, like I'm not caught up with Bad Batch. I'm not current with Mandalorian. I still haven't watched that last season. I enjoy Star Wars a lot. I'm probably gonna get like knocked down for saying this, but I think the fan base is like, it's tough. Like it's tough being a female who likes Star Wars. So
you need to be careful about that fan base, because I am the #1.
I know you are.
Fan, so
it's just like
I can speak for everybody on this fandom.
Yeah, and so I sometimes like, my knowledge doesn't go as deep as like Jean. Like Jean very much knows like Jean is like the Star Wars nerd. I would say like I'm a Star Wars nerd, but like very light. Like
I only know 1 through 6 and the Obi-Wan series.
Yes.
And that's it. And
yeah, but you're the #1 Star Wars fan though.
Yeah, that's all you need to claim it,
Yeah. But I love the movies. I love the lore. Like I love all of it. I haven't read many of the books. I've probably read like 2 books. But yeah, I like it a lot. But I'm just not like, mega nerd level.
Okay. All right, that's fair. All right, so Star Wars is 4 for you, and what's to top it off for you? Last one.
The last one would be probably, I would say like Speed Champs. I love those I love those little guys. I love them.
That's going to be one of the giveaways tonight. So I did that in your honor with the Speed Champs. So, and speaking of, Speed Champs here, we do build a little bit on this. So I know we're not going to build too long, but I am going to bring the build cams in on here.
Woo!
So what are we building? What do you have?
The trellis.
So this is a gift with purchase, correct?
Yes, this is a gift with purchase.
Very nice.
Yes.
I like the techniques on this, but I'm not gonna drop the money to get that.
It's a lot. If I didn't have all the botanicals, then I wouldn't have.
So botanicals, I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. Like I'm not in the botanicals line. So I mean, I bought a couple, but I never built many. So
yeah,
unfortunately. And tonight I'm going to be building a vending machine from Build Better Bricks.
Nice.
This is a Star Wars to get the Stormtrooper blasters. So
nice.
We'll be building this tonight. I don't know if you can see it. I'll pull this up real quick.
I can see it.
So this is what it'll look like when it's all done. And I'm really digging these because I have a city. So these are good to place around in the city.
You don't just have a city, you have a whole planet over there.
You know what? I kind of changed it a little bit. So, you know what? I can actually do this now because I have another camera here. But,
yeah.
This is what I kind of did with my city. So,
wow.
I decided to stack it, which I don't know how I feel about that, but I got a lot of work I need to do on this. And I don't have the lights turned on right now, but
looks good, Evan.
We needed room, so I mean that gave me room to like have this half of the basement again, which I needed. So
yeah, you need a build table in your basement, definitely.
Well, I had to make a build table for my kids because I
wanted
to, have an area that they could be a part of, and again, we'll be able to show this. Like that's the section that I made for them right there. So they have a miniature build table, but each of them have their own table there, which is nice.
I have to say, like, you and Emmasaurus have like the best Lego cities I've seen.
Oh, I mean, I like Emmasaurus's a lot. I know that there's a lot better ones out there than mine. I feel like I just have a large space, so like people think like it's a good setup, but it's fake. There's better ones out there. And it's not the size that matters, it's what you do, I guess, in the space there too.
That's what I've heard. I've definitely heard that.
I've heard that definitely too as well. So, all right. So, in terms of, now that I'm pulling my bricks out, I want to know, do you have a favorite Lego brick? And
Um,
like a favorite color of Lego bricks?
Aubrey knows what my favorite Lego brick is. I don't know how to describe it. All right, so we'll move on to number 2. I like the lavender leaves, like the
Yeah, okay.
like the
The
big
ones that
lavender.
came in Avatar.
Yes, like the avatar,
okay.
like if it's like any type of like foliage type piece, I love those.
And is there any in that trellis that you're building, the gift with purchase, or?
Actually, yes, they have these. I don't know if you can see this, but like these big leaves here.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Oh, that's the newer ones that just came out.
Yep, that's the new
Yeah,
one. I think
okay.
the first time I saw them was in the parrots. So, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see them in
the pink parrot, or
the what is it called? The Fauna Collection parrots. They were
gotcha. Okay, I didn't get that one. So,
yep, the art set.
the ones that you can hang.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly,
okay.
exactly.
You love the Technic pieces. Is it the one that's shaped like a T with 2 circles?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Was that the one that I don't know if you remember the reel that I made with the ladybug in the background?
Yep.
And it was like, I bet you're looking at the ladybug.
Yep. It's actually a very useful piece. Like, believe it or not.
I only know it based off of that. So
okay, well,
I saw it on the tab wall, and I was like, oh, I got to get this. I can make a video out of it. And
it is a very useful piece. They use it quite a bit in Technic because it is useful. So, but it does
too much Technic. So
it does have resemblances. So, So yeah.
Okay. All right. And then so we got your color, your brick. If I were to ask you, like, what's the first thing you think of when I say Lego?
It's gonna be so lame, but like friendship, because I now have just the people that I talk to the most are the friends that I made in Lego. Like, I talk to the Aubreys and Jean every day, and so I just, like, when I think Lego, I think them.
See, I don't think that's lame. I think that's awesome.
Like, it's kind of corny, but I don't know, it's true. Yeah, they're my best friends, and I adore them, and I'm like really grateful for Lego for like bringing that aspect in. So yeah.
All right.
Later
I like I think that's a great answer.
Yeah, it was funny because it was like, oh, I love you all. When I went to Atlanta for my first Lego convention, the builder picked me up from the airport, and it was like she had known me for like 10 years. Like, she treated me with the same spice of someone that's known me for my entire life. So it was.
I totally feel that, because like when I ended up seeing Ben when he picked me up at Utah's airport, like,
yeah, same.
100% like felt the same way. Like, it was the first time I saw him in tacos in person.
Yeah,
it was a good memory. So
he picked me up in Chicago, and he got us very, very lost in the airport, and in true Ben fashion was apologizing profusely.
I could imagine.
He's like, I'm so sorry, but where are we? I'm so sorry. I'm like, stop apologizing. We're gonna figure this out. And we did eventually figure it out, but he did not stop apologizing.
Well, that's I feel like, because I'll be at Chicago, so I'm wondering, like, if I'm gonna Uber, or I know he would 100% offer to like pick me up, but
he would.
I feel bad because I know he's gonna be picking up a lot of people from the airport. So
Ben can't say no. That's Ben's problem.
And I don't want him to feel obligated, because I know
he will.
He is, so.
He's got such a pure heart. Ben's heart is of gold.
Probably the purest heart in all of Lego, we'll say.
It's true. It's true. Ben does have the purest heart of everybody. So, yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna jump to, like, because you talked about trash TV earlier, and I know that you mentioned Love Is Blind.
Is it?
So we won't talk about the season as much, because I know you watched this past episode, or this past season.
Yes.
Did you see the petition to get Nick Lachey and his wife banned from being the host? I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you feel about them as the host?
I mean, I don't know. It's like it's weird. It's like when Chris Harrison left The Bachelor. like it just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't flow right. I feel like I'm so used to seeing them on that show that
I thought they were good. Like I don't mind them being.
I don't mind them. You know, they walk the line, right? Like they give.
I mean, but they should just be on it. There's nothing wrong with them on there. So
exactly, yeah. So I don't have a problem with them. But I did see that petition, and I was like, yikes, that's not good.
All right, and speaking of Netflix, because that's Love Is Blind is on Netflix. Do you by any chance watch The Circle? Like it's an awful show, but it's about to be back on April 17th, and I'm really excited for it. So
I love The Circle.
Okay, all right. So when that's on, we'll be chatting about that because
we will.
I don't know many people that actually watch The Circle, so I'm actually glad to find somebody else that's watching this right now.
I mean, I watched that like at the beginning. I think like when COVID really kicked off. You're currently watching me mess up. I watched that when COVID kicked off, and I was like, I feel like I don't like this, but then I also simultaneously.
So it took me season 3 when they had Mel B and Baby Spice in, and after that I went back and watched 1 and 4. I liked 4 a lot, so yeah, I'm hooked. I'm hooked on that show now. So.
I haven't seen the Spice Girls season, so now I need to see it now.
Oh, you 100% need to see that.
Yeah.
Because they had the two of them together being like a fake person, how they like do that. So
I love that. Okay,
yeah. You got to watch that one. That was a good season with that one. So, and now I'm jealous because you didn't see that. So like you get to watch a show now. So
I was like, wait, they were actually on the show.
Maybe now I will rewatch it if you watch it, just so we could chat about it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do that because I didn't even know. I didn't even know. That's how much Legos consume my life. I didn't even know.
So we have good taste because we kind of like the same stuff. So
yeah,
this just
trashier the better.
A lot more, in my eyes. Not that you aren't like up there, but now like you're really up there. So
that's good.
All right, and we'll get out of the TV for a second. I want to know if you have any phobias. Is there anything that scares you? Like for me, I'm spiders.
Phobias. Oh, I don't like it. This is going to be such a weird one. And I don't even know if I want to say it because everyone's going to start doing it around me. I don't like it when people go like that. It's just like that. Like
okay.
That drives me insane.
And
like it makes
be happening a lot now when people see you. So
yeah, it just like makes my skin crawl. I can't.
I mean, I'm going to come see you in Brickworld. I'm going to give you a hug and you're going to hear me in your ear.
Yep. And Aubrey's gonna be my roommate. I know she's gonna like pull some sort of stunt. She's gonna be like
Now are you guys staying at the hotel or are you staying at a off-site?
We're staying at the hotel. I think that was one of the first things that she and I panic planned. So we will definitely be staying on site. I get scared if I'm away too far from the convention,
And what day are you getting there?
Wednesday.
Okay. And when do you leave?
I think I'm gonna leave Monday.
Oh wow, you're making a almost week out of this thing. Okay, nice. Okay.
Yeah, longer the better.
I'll be there Thursday to Sunday.
Okay, that's a pretty decent chunk of time, actually.
It's a good amount. I'm happy with the amount that my wife has given me to go.
Yeah.
I had to get the approval with it, so.
Yeah.
All right, and I finished mine, so I'm gonna stop my build cam because mine's not as interesting. But this is what we have for the vending machine here.
That's so cool.
So they give you custom stickers for it, which I really like. This they give you the blaster, so that you can have one of the guys having that. And the one that I'm really excited for, I'm gonna make a video on this one, which is why I didn't build this, but I got the Wonka vending machine. So
Are these genuine Lego pieces?
so these are Lego pieces with their own custom stickers with it.
What?
Which I mean, they make arcades because right here they have a Pac-Man arcade.
I
And they're all
love
mini.
that.
So let me see if I can pull. These are like
You have
some
a
of the
code?
arcades that they have. Yeah, I do have a code. It's Lego Creator. It's my
Okay, I'm gonna
old
use that.
username. But I mean, these are like brick sorting, like it's Tetris that they made, but it's called brick sorting. And then they have Mortal Kombat. So I mean, it's pretty good, the stuff that they have on there. So I
Gene
mean,
wants you to do
like,
finger puppets on your cam.
the first thing that I ended up seeing from it was Sour Bricks.
I like that one.
So I mean, I was like, damn, these are really good, and they go great in the city because they're minifig scale.
That's amazing, actually.
I mean, here's a minifig right next to it. So
I love that.
yeah. So
That was my favorite part of, like, I think it was Ninjago City. They had that vending machine where you put money in and then, or no, I forget. Or you push something and then on the ATM and then money comes out. That was like my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Well, anything that goes in a city, I mean, that's for me. And then they also had iPads that they made. So
wow.
I mean, maybe I got to start like having these on like selfie cams because people that do, I guess their editing might use iPads. So
this is such like a good real opportunity for you. You should be.
I mean, I'm gonna try to. I know that you know about these guys.
Love. Shout out
I'm
to
really
Brick
excited about these that they sent.
He's the best.
Awesome account. I get all my tiles from him. So.
Yep, I'm merging over to him for everything.
All my sig fig torsos I've been getting from him as well lately.
Yeah,
So,
and he does stickers now. He's like one-stop shop, and I
100%.
love his family. Like, they're amazing.
Yes. So I met him in Utah because
Yeah.
I guess they're from Utah, and I got to meet him at Slopes, and like he was super nice. He had like tiles waiting for me.
Mm-hmm.
I know he made your tiles because I told him to send me your tile.
Yeah.
So, and I apologize, like commandeering one of your tiles, but I was like, "Oh, you're making it.
Oh, no.
You got to send that to me. I need that." So,
Yeah, no, you're a collector, Evan.
I mean, I needed it. So
You needed that. Like
Yeah.
that. You know, your collection's not complete without it. But yeah, he's great. I met him in Chicago, and he was just the best. Like, one of the best. Do finger puppets.
Yeah, I'm debating. Maybe I pull my screen back and I can do that for you guys. So, but yeah, John is the really great account, does great customs. I actually, for anybody that's ever wanting to like go to them, I don't have a code for him, but this is his QR code that'll pull you to their website or to their web their link and check them out. You guys definitely won't be disappointed with that. So,
warning: if you end up in his whatnot, you'll spend a ton of money. I think there was one night I dropped
dude, the customs that he makes, and every one is different, like every whatnot, and they're like one of ones.
And they're so good.
Yeah.
It was like, and then I get and then I see other people bidding, and I'm like, no,
two of it, like
that's mine.
Yeah. So, but definitely check them out, whoever's out there. So, you won't be disappointed. All right. I got a random question because we had Moktora on here.
Okay.
And I know she has tattoos. Do you have any tattoos?
I have 2 tattoos. I have I want like a star on my foot. That was like my first one that I got maybe before the age of 18, I won't say. And then I have a heart on my wrist that I got when I lived in LA for a minute.
Okay. Is there any Lego tattoos on the horizon for you?
So Gene has actually brought up us getting Teletubby tattoos.
I would absolutely love that. And if you guys need somebody that can, I could be the filmer, I'll film you guys getting it done so you can make, content from it. I'm a great
I feel like they have to be like the minifig Teletubbies, right, Aubrey? Right, Gene? They have to be like that one. Like, that's how they have to be. So
I would love to see it. So maybe Chicago, you guys get that plan for you guys. So
maybe, yeah. We want to do like the Jason
too,
Penny photo shoot too.
Oh, this could be in Utah. Okay, maybe if you go to Slopes, you can get it done there. I know that there's a tattoo artist that's really good out that way.
Yeah, I think there is.
I won't
We
name
know him
anybody,
very well.
but they're out there. Oh, sleepover. Am I invited to this sleepover, or is this just the Teletubby only? Telelug, we'll say. Only.
Telelug.
Yeah. And
I
I love that. Yeah, I love that you guys are going to do that. So hopefully you guys can do that. Let me see here. I know that you have accounts that you're close with. Is there any accounts that inspire you to build Lego or make content?
So there are, okay. And he's my friend, but like, if I didn't know him, I'd be completely like blown away. Naticus. My God, he is so good at building. It's insane. Like, he's very, very, like, he's just inspiring. Like, he just takes sets and like builds on them, which is really cool. Who else do I like? I like Moto. Moto is just blows my mind.
Did you get to try on his cat helmet?
No, I didn't.
He's very, like, I feel like only a few people have gotten to actually put that thing on. I wasn't lucky enough to be one of those people, but
yeah, I didn't even ask. I didn't even think that was an option, to be honest.
He did put it on for me and put the gloves on, and
yeah,
did a video for me, which was nice.
Lego Masters Michelle, like her childhood toys are
love her stuff.
Insane. Like I keep thinking that they're real, and that I'm like, when did I get a retro toy?
I keep asking, when is she going to be a designer for Lego?
That's what I want to know. It
Like,
has to happen.
I mean, if it doesn't, like, I don't know what Lego's thinking not bringing her in. So.
Oh yeah, there's just so many incredible talents that it's like, you know, I feel like they would really benefit from her, especially her. Like, she's just great. So yeah, I mean, those are like some main ones. Obviously, I love Aubrey's Reef. Was like the fact that that was her first like legit mock, and she took home awards. Like,
listen, I always thank her for actually putting the motor functions on, like, because she wasn't sure if they were going to work or not, but my son like walked up to the table and like sweetest person, like immediate was like, yeah, I'll turn them on, let me get it going. And I mean, it worked, you know, when she did it. So my son loved that. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
Anybody that does anything nice for my son at conventions, like you make it into another like tier of class for me. So
oh, that's good.
Yeah. So again, thank you for that. All right. So again, anybody that's just joining in, I have a link pinned on my YouTube. I'm gonna re-put it up there, and this is for your chance to win on the Speed Champions. I am gonna move to the next part because I feel like I told you I'm gonna keep you an hour. And I know we're a little over.
Yeah, if we go over, it's totally okay too.
Well, you let me know if you got to go. I'm going to try to pull in the next segment real quick. So
yeah, I'm totally good, Evan. Don't worry. I've reserved the night. The only other thing I have going on tonight is I have to install a water pump. So
listen,
I'm putting that off
longer than you think. So I can't make you take too much time. Plus,
flooded basement, but it's
we have Jersey Shore and Summer House on tonight, or not Summer House, Jersey Shore and no, is it Summer House? It might be Summer House is on.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's my trash TV, you know. But, here we go with the next part. And for some reason, the videos aren't popping up on my thing, but I know that they're popping up. This is Questiongram time.
Woo!
So this is people that have wrote stuff in the Questiongram box, and again, every week I put this up on Tuesday so that you guys can have, you know, some questions featured in here. Again, feel free to ask questions in here too, because we could do question, you know, YouTube as well. But Moktora wrote a piece of cheese, and can we just explain the piece of cheese for everybody out there? So,
my close friends know where a piece of cheese comes from. My daughter's favorite thing to ask me for to eat is a piece of cheese. And so my close friends will get just assaulted with videos of her asking for a piece of cheese and various meltdowns that have to do with piece of cheese. So that's where that came from.
Is there any specific cheeses that you like? Like, Are you? Because me, like Taco Bell cheese, I'm really high on Taco Bell cheese for some reason.
I love Taco Bell cheese. Like Taco Bell cheese is legit.
Well, I know you like the Baja Freshes, so.
Oh, I do. I do.
If you don't have good cheese to go down with that, you know.
No, definitely not. I mean, I don't discriminate against any type of cheese. I like all cheeses. All cheeses were created equal. And I have a cheese drawer. I mean, who doesn't have a cheese drawer?
So my son and I, we like to grab the shredded mozzarella cheese.
That's the best.
And it's gone. Like as soon as the bag's open, somehow we eat it all. So
yeah, that stuff is like deadly. Gotta get blasted.
If you're ever in the market for good cheese, this is your cheese connoisseur that you can ask about it. She will let you know all about the cheese. So we know with your cheese, is there the Teletubbies? This is from Maticus Bricks. What's a Teletubbies favorite piece of cheese?
Oh man, I don't even know. I feel like Aubrey can answer that better than I can. One of the Aubreys can.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
I have no idea. I didn't know that Teletubbies ate cheese.
I didn't know I didn't even know. I guess they have mouths, so I mean, but I don't know how they go to the bathroom.
I mean, if you shoved a piece of cheese in your TV, I don't think that would go well for you. And the Teletubbies,
I mean, the sun could be a piece of cheese, you know, apparently, because there's a sun now in there. Now that I know.
Yeah, we gotta ask Steve what his cheese is.
All right, so we got it's Sarah Leon. You have infinite bricks. What would you build?
If I had infinite bricks, what would I build?
Infinite bricks. What would you build?
I would build. I would build a gigantic Totoro, just stupidly large Totoro.
I like it.
Yeah, it would be terrifying, and I would charge people no money to see it. It would just be this stupid labor of love.
You just get to go and enjoy it for free. Love that better, you know. Everybody wants to make money off something, so it's always nice to see somebody not doing greedflation here.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I want everybody to be a part of that.
All right, so Wayne Sheffield asked, "What's with all the cheese?" But I think we covered that. So a lot of cheese references for you, just for the you know.
Good Lord!
So you know, so you are known as the cheese queen. So
is that good or bad?
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad at all. I think that's I would love to have something that I'm known for, as cool as cheese. So
cheese is great.
I need to think of something, that I could get. So, all right, Pop Eck wants to know, where did you learn those dance moves I saw in the Teletubby video? And then he hit it with a wowzers at the end of that. So,
I just have you guys ever seen Save the Last Dance? That's probably where I learned it from.
I saw Save the Last Dance with Julia Stiles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
I saw that movie and I was like, I'm gonna dance. I want to dance. I wish I could dance.
I can't even tell, because you guys that could have been a dance off. I feel with March Madness we need to do a bracket of the dance moves, because you all brought it,
Everyone had such a different, I didn't think that I could top Ob the Builder, and then Jean came in and I was like, dang, and then Aubrey came in with the slow. I was like, wow, we are a talented bunch. I don't mean to brag.
I mean, it's well deserved to make an Instagram account with it, and there better be weekly dance offs now that I know about this.
Oh yeah.
All right, and then this is from SS John 09.
Okay.
He actually won, speaking of Brick Love, he won the Brick Love $20 gift card last week. So congrats on that. I know that his wife has to make that, so we'll figure out how to get you in touch with him. So, but he asked, for either of you, will Dreams become a collector's set? What are your thoughts on the Dreams line, I guess, as a set?
I think that they will. I bought Dreams on, I almost just called it opening day. I bought Dreams on their inaugural release day. I have most of the Dream sets, watched the show. I think Dreams is one of those things that I think it's appreciated, definitely. But I think when it's gone, if it ever is gone, it will be like kind of like elves territory of.
I 100% agree.
Yeah,
with
like
you.
it's going to be those sets that people are like, dang, Lego did that.
I feel like it's gonna be like video line where it's like you didn't appreciate it when it was out, and once it's gone, like you realize like, oh, I really did like the video line a little
The funny
bit.
thing was I appreciated the video line while it was out. I forget who was making fun of me for buying all the video stuff. I know it wasn't you, but somebody was. They're like, why are you buying
I still
the
have video new in the box, like that I
Same.
didn't open. So
Same. I have them all like new in box because
I even doubled up. I got like I'm talking like I went to series 2, like that they came out with like the second wave of sets. I didn't just stop at 1.
Oh yeah. I think I came about as they were ending it. Like that was when I got started.
The mini, like I loved on the city sets how they like did like teasers of video with stickers like in like skate park, and like it was so good. So it was expensive, but
and those molds were amazing too.
Yes, I mean, I'm mad that they don't have them now that we're talking about it. So, but Dream, I would suggest getting some because I feel like that's going to be the same thing. With
Dreams. And especially like the shark ship, like all of those ones, like such cool sets. Like,
do you watch this like the shows at all on Netflix or?
Yeah, so I watched like the first Dreams season. I freaking loved it. I binged it. I binged as much as I could before they released like the rest of the episodes, but I loved it. Like I thought it was like such a cute
great.
show.
Yeah, like I love that. Like Lego is trying to do that. So
yeah, they're really great shows. And like actually one of my favorite movies, like even before I got into Lego, was the Lego Batman movie. Like that was like one of my favorite movies.
So I didn't actually see the full Lego Batman movie, but
it's hilarious.
I'm gonna get my son to watch it with me. So we'll definitely get that on our list there for you. And I feel like the reason I don't want to see it is because a lot of the sets like are retired, and I missed out on them. So it's gonna make it tough to like see this and then like try to backtrack and get some of these sets. So
yeah, I know that's gonna open up a can of worms.
All right, now this question, I don't know if this is a troll question or if this is a legit question, so I'm going to ask it, and if it's not a legit question, we can just bypass it.
Yeah.
APM Bricks asked, how many Pink Panther themed couches do you own? And how many do you want? I don't know if that's a reference of something. So
I don't. What?
All right, so we will skip that. All right, and then
Weird.
We'll finish up with this one with Zen Nap. Zine Nap. Do you like cats or dogs more?
Oh my God. Don't make me pick. So I have dogs now, but I grew up with cats and I adore cats as well. So, but I mean, selfishly, I have to say dogs because they're so freaking sweet. And
I need affection, so 100% dogs for me.
Dogs,
like, that's like, I'm not trying to like make you like me. I just want you to like me, okay?
Yeah, I know. I would have cats, but like I think like I've thought about getting a cat, but our new dog would probably eat a cat, so I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, I just can't with cats. Like they're not nice. That's my thought process on cats. I don't care if you're a cat person. Cats are not nice.
I grew up with cats, so maybe that's why I was cold growing up.
So my cousins had like 9 cats growing up, and it's like cats were just roaming, and like not one of them would walk up to you and let you pet it.
I had friendly cats. Like my cats like were like dogs almost. Which is saying something if they were like dogs.
More and more, do people eat cats? Is that a thing?
What? Not in the Philippines.
I have a couple questions that I wanted to ask.
Yes,
and then I'm going to jump to the next part. So I want to know, would you rather know how you die or when you die?
I think I'd rather know. That's such a morbid one. I'd rather know.
I gotta bring it in there. So
I'd rather know when.
okay.
Because if I know how, then I'm like if it's like you're gonna die via log truck,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh shoot, like this is it. Like I forgot to turn my stove off this morning. Like I'll just.
I feel like if you know when too, like you can kind of do the things that you were fearful of.
Yeah.
As well. So,
Oh yeah.
all right. This one's not a morbid question. This one, I just started asking it 2 weeks ago with Mock-Tor as the first one, I believe. So, you brush your teeth. Do you wet the toothbrush and then put the toothpaste on? Or do you put the toothpaste on and then wet the toothbrush?
I wet the brush and then put the toothpaste on. It's very important that you soften the bristles.
Okay. I like it, but I have to re-wet the toothpaste then again.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, you do that as well.
He's like wet it before, toothpaste wet it after.
You wet toothpaste, you wet paste wet. Like you have
right.
to,
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, no, you can't dry it. You can't dry it. Like that's weird.
We're on the same page here. All right.
Yeah.
So all right, now we're going to jump into the next part. So we got So in case you kind of see the video, it just says, what's on your list? So we are going to first talk about something that you have on your list that is your white whale, we'll say. And I'm going to, spoiler alert for people. She's like me, where it's like, we already get a lot of our white whales. So this was like pulling teeth from you to try to get this one. So
yes,
here we go. All right. So this is the Two Towers. Basically, yeah. I mean, this is an old set because this was released in July of 2013. So, yeah. What makes this one, one that you put on the list here?
They just don't make sets like they used to back then. I just think it looks like I've seen it in person a few times, and it's just like one of the most beautiful Lego sets I think I've ever seen. So, and plus, I just LOTR, like I love it. So
now I'm wondering because they came out with Rivendell, and I feel like that had a big success that maybe they might bring in something like this.
Be nice
in the future. So, and I won't ask you
because
you might
revamp
know.
It. I'll buy. I would always buy like the newer version.
Okay.
If it came out, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it would.
I mean, this one was original retail. What was this at? $200 or $300. $199.
$199.
Yeah. And now on like Bricklink, well, we'll say eBay, it's about $700.
Yeah.
For the lowest price.
Sounds about right.
Over 1,000. Which is insane, but I could understand that because it's a theme set. Now, do you have any other Lord of the Rings stuff, or is this just a one-off of one that you would want to get from like the back in the day Lord of the Rings? So
I have Rivendell, and I adore that set. I actually built that one in a day, which is insanity. So I love that set. I don't have any other Lord of the Rings sets. But, it's just because back, I think they were mostly during 2012, 2013, which is a long time ago. And by the time, I just don't see those older sets often. And I go to Boston Brick a lot, and I tell them to let me know if they do come in, and they just don't come in often. So
and I feel like looking at this, because like I didn't see this one in person. Yeah. But it looks like it has a lot of play features in it too.
It does. And that's what I liked about the older sets. The older sets had a ton of play features in them. And not to say that the newer sets don't, because they do. Like the Dungeons
like the newer sets kind of go for like a display factor.
Yeah.
Whereas like the older sets like had that wow factor, but also the like playability of it. So
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, this is a good set. I like this.
Just between that one and Apocalypseburg was the other one I wanted.
You know what? That was a very popular one for people. That was actually on my white whale list right now.
Yeah.
Apocalypseburg. So I mean, that's a great set too. So
Yeah.
I do like that. Okay. All right. And then on current sets, I know this isn't technically like a Lego set, but it is a Lego set.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll let it be current. But this is a great one too from the Lego house.
Dang cute.
And I mean, this is a great set here for the fact that this is like a throwback of the first thing that Lego ever made, which was the wooden duck. So
I love it. I like ducks. We have ducks that come on our pond here. I love the set. And then I like the historical significance to Lego as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I mean, you have Redbeard, like those sets, like they just feel really good when you have them. Like you feel like this is just like a very special set. Like even though it's out and it is possible to get it, it's just like a little more work.
It's a lot more work. I have 2 Redbeards. One I have sealed because that's the minifigure that started it all for me.
Right, for you. And I remember hearing that about you, and I was like, that's such a cool story. And then I only found out about that through you, and I have it. And it was a pain in the butt to get it.
Such a pain.
But yeah, it's the kind of the same thing with the duck, like the historical significance of it, and it's just so cute.
Listen, if anybody goes to the Lego house, Nicole and I both want this duck.
Well, I'm thinking so.
And if you don't get it, duck you.
Duck you. So I'm not secretly. I'm going to Switzerland at the end of the month, and I'm like,
if you're at the Lego house, you need to get this for me.
I know I'm such a short flight away from Denmark that I'm like, I need to just go. I think it's like a 3-hour flight to Billund from Switzerland. I was like, I could just do a 2-day, fly in, do the Lego house, do extra stuff.
If you go, I will give you the convenience fee too,
Good.
Cost of having to go there. So
yes, yeah. If I go there, I'll let you know, and I'll bring one back.
All right, this is a good set. I really like that. I love the boxes on these.
I do too.
With how they come, and obviously the limited edition, it makes it makes you feel warm and fuzzy as a Lego collector when you get one of these. So
it does. It felt weird opening up Redbeard. I felt like I was doing something wrong.
I would not have opened my Redbeard if I didn't get a second one. So if I end up getting this duck, I probably want to open it, and it'd be more of I'd stare at this box. So if anybody just wants to give me their box too, you can do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm looking on Bricklink. I mean, people are selling it for it's not that much it's the shipping that's really gonna crush anybody in the US getting it. So
yeah.
But I mean, looking at it $86 in US for it, I'm wondering what the shipping will be, but
yeah, and that's just one of those things where I was like, I need to just get that in Denmark. That's very much.
I'm gonna just place an order right now for a wooden duck. Right. That happening? No, I got to get off this page.
Exactly. All right. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Get off of there because I don't need people seeing how I buy stuff on here. So
exactly.
All right. So I like the stuff that you had on your list. I'm gonna shut off your build cam here and pull you back into this. We did get some entries for the giveaway, so let me try to pull this up here, and we will get this into a spreadsheet here. And here we go. All right, so for the first one that I'm going to give away, I'm going to do 2 poly bags. I like to give away the poly bags just because I got to get rid of them, and people can use them to build. So definitely good stuff for that. So I'm putting everybody's name in twice for this so that you guys have double the chances. But I mean, I guess there's double the people, so it's not really double the chances. But all right, so let's pull in the wheel of random names here. Hopefully you guys can see that on the screen. We'll make that the big screen, and we will get the first spin on this. And this, you're going to get 2 poly bags.
Exciting.
So we will see who wins this. All right, only bricks. congratulations. You're going to get these 2 lovely holly bags. So one of them is the Spring Fun add-on, and the other is the Lunar New Year add-on pack. So congrats on that. And I'm removing both of your names so that you don't have a shot to win again. And the next one, this is in honor of you, Nicole. We're giving out, it's a Speed Champ. It's the Lotus.
That's a great one. The Avaya?
Yes. I had to look on it to see how the spelling was on that, because
that was one of my very first YouTube videos. Was that
nice.
card.
Okay.
Very
listen,
to me.
in honor of your first YouTube,
electric vehicle, amazing.
Gonna be somebody's gonna get this.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like too many stickers on this one. So
it's not bad. It's not bad.
We'll see who wins this. So let's get the spin on this one, and let's big screen that. And the winner for this, Young G.
Woo!
I don't know who that account is, but I will contact you. Congratulations on this, Young G. So thanks again for everybody that popped in here. And let me give the floor to you here for, popping in with me. Is there any closing things that you want to say?
Closing things. Oh man, I'm bad at goodbyes.
This isn't goodbye. This is see you later. So
this is see you later.
Yeah.
Closing things. I'm kind of like in a sentimental journey right now. So I'll just say, if you are thinking about things that you enjoyed as a kid that you'd like to get back into, just do it. Don't feel like you're going to be judged as an adult. I think the best part about being an adult is enjoying the things that you loved without judgment. So,
if you're not curious or you don't know what she's talking about, go check out her recent reel on Instagram.
I've been sentimental lately about
totally
it.
Agree with you on that, though. So that's a great little thing to end with.
Yeah.
For me, I just want to say, thank you again for coming on.
Thanks, Evan.
It's been awesome getting to live stream with you again. And I was talking to people that have already been on this. I'd like to get almost everybody on here together one time and just do kind of what London Bridge Bricks does, and get the cast of all these great creators that came on here. If you're not following GirlBricksalot on Instagram, amazing account. Very original with content, and you always make me laugh. So I can appreciate that. That's what it should be about, spreading that joy and laughter out to people. Growing YouTube account. I think you make really great reviews. I know that you said you're in my phase of it, but I think you're way ahead on your YouTube journey.
Listen, we're all trying to figure it out.
I can be where you're at, with what you're doing on YouTube. So
all us millennials are just trying to figure it out,
That's what it is. So
yeah.
And I don't consider myself a millennial because
you're a millennial.
I'm a zennial. So I'm part of the Gen X.
Join us
as well. So people
Evan,
that
were
young,
you can join
anywhere
us.
from I think it was 80 to 85 technically count as the zennials. So
okay.
Yeah, but listen, you're young. I get it. You can flaunt your youth around.
Yeah.
Once you hit 40, you'll talk to me then, and you'll see it's a big difference, with it.
I know.
Check her out on YouTube. Again, check her out on Instagram. I really appreciate you coming on. We're gonna have a break next week, so I'm not gonna be on next week, and then we're gonna pick back up. We're gonna call it season 2 with this. So thank you for being the last guest of the first run of these, and I'm glad it was very successful. I appreciate everybody that's been on here, but break next week. We're gonna have Kelly Bartlett to start off, so I'm excited for that as well. And thank you everybody that joined in tonight. Really appreciate that as well.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your evening and a great 2 weeks, we'll say. So see you, everyone.
Bye.